Hey everybody, and welcome to another deep dive with us. Today we're going to be looking at a question about career changes.
Ah, yes.
It actually popped up on Reddit recently.
Interesting.
The listener is feeling a little stuck and wondering if at 34 they're too old to bounce back after a major career setback.
Oh, wow.
They had to take a minimum wage job outside of their field just to keep things afloat. Tough spot.
Right. Career setbacks can be really challenging no matter how old you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I brought in an expert.
Oh, great.
You've seen it all when it comes to career trajectories.
I've seen a lot, yeah.
Maybe you can help shed some light on this for our listeners.
Well, first of all, let's put things in perspective. 34 is still statistically young when it comes to careers.
Right.
You've got plenty of time to make a shift. A lot of people find themselves reassessing their career paths in their 30s and beyond.
It's true.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of really encouraging stories on this Reddit thread.
Oh, okay.
People making major career changes even in their 40s, 50s, even 60s.
Yeah.
One person mentioned a coal miner who became an OB/GYN
What?
at 52
Wow.
and practiced medicine until 82.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's a prime example.
Yeah.
Not only did he switch careers later in life, but he had a 30-year run in his new field.
Right.
So this listener has plenty of time to figure things out.
It's true. Stories like that can be super motivating.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be real. For every heartwarming comeback story, there are probably tons of people who tried and didn't quite hit that celebrity level of success.
Oh, absolutely. You got to be wary of what's called survivorship bias. We tend to focus on the success stories, which can create some unrealistic expectations.
Right, right.
You know, it's funny. People often point to actors as examples of late bloomers.
Like Samuel L. Jackson?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He didn't really hit it big until he was in his 40s.
Yeah, that's true.
But acting is a unique field where age can be less of a factor. It might be a bit different in other professions.
So what should our listener keep in mind as they're navigating this?
Well, a lot of people in the Reddit thread suggested not completely abandoning their degree, but being open to other options. The job market is constantly changing, so flexibility is key.
Yeah, it's about staying adaptable.
Absolutely.
I also saw a lot of comments about learning new skills, both online and on the job.
Absolutely. Continuous learning is essential these days.
Yeah.
Even that minimum wage job our listener had probably taught them some valuable skills.
Right.
Think about it. Customer service, time management, problem solving.
Yeah,
These are all transferable skills that can be applied to a wide range of fields.
that's a great point.
Yeah.
It's easy to overlook the skills we gain from jobs that might not seem directly related to our career goals.
Exactly. And it's not just about skills, it's also about attitude. One comment that really resonated with me said, "The objective reality is the one you create."
Ooh, I like that.
Resilience and a positive outlook can make a huge difference.
Our listener also mentioned a specific concern
Okay.
about a previous employer that went out of business.
Oh,
They're worried about how to handle that on their resume.
that's understandable to be worried about that gap.
The advice from Reddit was pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Put the job on the resume,
Yeah.
but be ready to explain the situation in an interview.
Right. It's likely that no one will go through the trouble of verifying employment from a company that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Just be upfront honest. There's nothing to hide.
Right.
Focus on what you learned and the skills you gained during that time,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine.
Okay, so we've got some solid advice here.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like bouncing back isn't so much about age
Right.
as it is about mindset and taking action.
I couldn't agree more.
What do you think?
It's about taking control of what you can control.
Yeah.
Think about those transferable skills you gained from that minimum wage job.
Mm-hmm.
How can you apply those to your desired field?
That's a great question.
That's something to consider. That's a fantastic question to consider. And it brings to mind another crucial piece of the puzzle. Networking. Networking.
Yeah. We often get a bad rap.
Yeah.
People think about those awkward events where you're just collecting business cards.
It definitely doesn't have to be like that. Real networking is about forming genuine connections, sharing your experiences, and helping each other out.
It's about building relationships, not just a contact list.
That's right.
And sometimes I think the most valuable networking happens organically,
Oh, absolutely.
not at those big formal events.
That's so true. It could be connecting with someone online,
Right.
joining a professional group,
Mhm.
or even just reaching out to someone whose career you admire for an informational interview.
I love those informational interviews.
Oh, yeah.
It's a chance to learn about someone's career path, get insights into their industry,
Right.
maybe even discover hidden job opportunities.
Absolutely.
Any tips on how to make those informational interviews really count?
Definitely. First off, be prepared with good questions.
Yeah.
Do your research on the person and their field beforehand, so you can ask thoughtful questions that show you're truly interested.
Don't waste their time with stuff you could easily Google, right?
Exactly. And during the interview, really listen,
Mhm.
take notes,
Yeah,
and express your gratitude for their time and insights.
right.
You never know where that conversation might lead.
It's all about planting those seeds and building those relationships.
Absolutely. And speaking of building relationships, we can't forget about the power of online platforms like LinkedIn.
LinkedIn has become such an essential tool for professionals.
Oh, it is.
It's so much more than just posting your resume.
It's a platform for showcasing your expertise, connecting with others in your field, and building your personal brand.
Yeah,
Make sure your profile is top-notch,
right.
with a professional headshot and a compelling summary that highlights your skills and experience.
Your digital first impression. So you want to make it count.
Exactly. And be active on the platform.
Yeah.
Connect with people, join relevant groups,
Mm-hmm.
engage in discussions.
Right.
Sharing your insights and perspectives can really boost your credibility and visibility.
It's like having a digital billboard for your career.
That's a great way to put it. Now, let's talk about another crucial part of the job search. The interview.
Ooh, interviews.
Interviews.
They can be so nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to feel like you're being put on the spot,
Yeah.
especially when you're already feeling a bit vulnerable after a setback.
It's totally normal to feel nervous, but remember, interviewing is a skill,
Yeah.
and you can get better with practice.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly. Practice your answers to common interview questions. Research the company and the role.
Okay.
Even do a mock interview with a friend.
Yeah.
It'll help you feel more confident and prepared.
And don't forget about nonverbal communication.
Mhm.
Eye contact, posture, tone of voice.
Oh, absolutely.
Those things matter.
They do. They do. You're absolutely right. It's about showcasing your best self,
Yeah.
both verbally and non-verbally.
Okay, so we've covered networking, sprucing up that LinkedIn profile,
Right.
and nailing those interviews. What else should our listener be thinking about as they embark on this career comeback?
One thing that often gets overlooked is the importance of continuous learning.
Oh, yeah.
It's more crucial than ever in today's rapidly changing job market.
Skills can become outdated so quickly.
Exactly. But the good news is continuous learning doesn't have to mean going back to school or spending a fortune on courses.
Yeah.
There are tons of free or affordable resources available online.
Platforms like Coursera, EDX, Khan Academy, so many more.
So many more.
Just a wealth of knowledge at your fingertips.
That's right. And don't underestimate the value of learning from books, articles, podcasts, even just observing and talking to people in your field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Continuous learning keeps your mind sharp, exposes you to new ideas, and helps you stay adaptable.
It's about cultivating that growth mindset.
Exactly. And speaking of valuable assets, let's talk about transferable skills.
Transferable skills.
Transferable skills.
Those are the gems that you've picked up through various experiences, jobs, volunteer work, hobbies that you can apply to other areas.
They're like those multi-purpose tools that are useful in all sorts of situations.
I love that.
They can be a real asset, especially if you're making a career change.
So how can our listener identify and highlight their transferable skills?
Okay. Think about your past experiences. What did you excel at? What did you enjoy?
Right.
Those are clues to your transferable skills.
Yeah.
And then look at job descriptions in your desired field.
Okay.
What skills are they emphasizing? See if you can connect the dots.
It's about framing those experiences in a way that showcases the skills you've developed.
Yes.
Even if those experiences weren't directly in your desired field.
That's the key.
Yeah.
For instance, let's say our listener's previous job involved managing a team.
Okay.
Even if it was in a completely different industry. That experience demonstrates leadership skills, which are valuable across a wide range of roles.
Okay, so let's say our listener has been working hard, networking, learning, fine-tuning their resume.
Yeah.
What about the emotional side of things?
Oh, yeah.
Career setbacks can really take a toll on your confidence,
Absolutely.
especially if you're also facing ageism in the job market.
You're absolutely right. Ageism is a very real hurdle, unfortunately.
It is.
It often stems from outdated stereotypes that just aren't true.
Like the idea that older workers are less tech savvy
Right.
or less adaptable.
Exactly. Those are just myths.
Yeah.
Older workers often bring a wealth of experience,
Right.
a strong work ethic,
Mm-hmm.
and a different perspective that can be incredibly valuable.
So how can our listener combat ageism and showcase the value they bring to the table?
It's about focusing on what you can control. Tailor your resume and cover letter to highlight the skills and experience most relevant to the jobs you're targeting.
Mm-hmm.
Use action verbs
Yeah.
and quantify your accomplishments whenever possible.
Okay.
And during interviews, let your enthusiasm and willingness to learn shine through.
It's about projecting confidence and competence no matter your age.
Exactly. And remember, networking can be a powerful tool for overcoming age bias.
Right?
Building personal connections can help you get your foot in the door
Yeah.
and showcase your personality and skills beyond what's on your resume.
Speaking of showcasing yourself, what about personal branding?
Oh, yes.
I've heard that's becoming increasingly important in the job search.
It absolutely is. Personal branding is about creating a unique and memorable identity that sets you apart from the competition.
It's like building a brand for yourself,
Exactly.
like companies do for their products.
It's about figuring out what makes you unique and valuable,
Yeah.
and then showcasing those qualities to the world.
It's not about being fake or trying to be someone you're not, right?
Not at all. It's about being authentic
Yeah.
and highlighting your genuine strengths and passions.
Mm-hmm.
What are you good at?
Yeah.
What are you passionate about?
Right.
What makes you stand out?
It's about figuring out your unique selling proposition.
Exactly. And then making sure that your messaging, your online presence, and your interactions with others all align with that brand.
So it's about being consistent and intentional.
Precisely. And remember, your personal brand isn't static.
Yeah.
It can and should evolve over time as you gain new experiences and develop new skills.
Okay, so we've got our personal brand figured out.
Mm-hmm.
We're networking. We're rocking those interviews.
Yeah.
But what about those inevitable rejections?
Oh, yeah.
Those can be tough to handle.
Yeah.
Especially when you're already feeling a bit vulnerable.
Rejection is a part of the process for everyone.
Right.
It's natural to feel discouraged,
Yeah.
but it's important not to take it personally.
Easier said than done.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's crucial to remember that rejection is often just a matter of fit or timing.
Mm-hmm.
Your skills might be perfect for one role, but not for another.
Doesn't mean you're not good enough.
Exactly.
Right.
Try to view rejection as an opportunity to learn and grow.
Okay.
What feedback can you glean from the experience?
Right.
What can you adjust for next time?
And don't forget about self-care.
Oh, absolutely.
Rejection can sting.
It does.
So allow yourself time to process those feelings.
Absolutely. Go for a walk, talk to a friend, do something you enjoy,
Yeah.
then pick yourself up, dust yourself off,
Right.
and get back out there.
It's about resilience.
Exactly. And sometimes rejection can lead to unexpected opportunities.
That's true.
When one door closes, another one often opens.
Yeah.
It's about staying open to possibilities.
Okay, so we've talked about the practical steps, the skills, the networking, the interviews, and we've also touched on the emotional side of things. Dealing with rejection, ageism,
Yeah.
building resilience.
Right.
What about the bigger picture? What
Yeah.
about mindset?
Oh, yeah.
How can our listener cultivate a mindset that will support them throughout this journey?
Mindset is everything.
It is.
It's about your attitude, your beliefs, your self-talk. It can make all the difference in how you approach challenges and setbacks.
So what kind of mindset are we talking about here?
A growth mindset is
Yeah.
crucial.
Okay.
It's about believing that you can learn and grow from your experiences,
Yeah.
even the tough ones.
It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for development,
Exactly.
not as failures.
And it's also about cultivating a positive attitude.
Right.
When you approach the job search with optimism and enthusiasm, you're more likely to attract positive outcomes.
It's about focusing on what you can control,
Right,
like
yeah.
your effort and your attitude.
And a positive mindset can be contagious.
Oh, absolutely.
When you exude positivity, it can inspire those around you.
Okay, but let's be real. Staying positive can be tough,
Yes.
especially when you're facing rejection or feeling stuck.
Yeah.
Any tips on how to cultivate that positive mindset when you're feeling discouraged?
Absolutely. Practicing gratitude can be incredibly powerful. Take some time each day to appreciate the good things in your life,
Yeah,
even the small things.
right.
It can help shift your perspective from what's wrong to what's right.
It's like a mental reset button.
Exactly. And surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
Spend time with those who uplift you and support you.
It's amazing how much other people's energy can affect us.
It's true.
Yeah.
And, another powerful tool is affirmations.
Those positive statements you repeat to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Choose affirmations that resonate with you and repeat them regularly.
Okay.
They can help reprogram your subconscious mind and create a more positive outlook.
It's like giving yourself a pep talk.
That's a great way to put it. And, speaking of challenges, we have to address the dreaded imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
That feeling that you're a fraud and everyone's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
I think we've all been there at some point.
It's incredibly common, especially among high achievers.
Right.
It's that voice that tells you you're not good enough,
Yeah.
even when you have evidence to the contrary.
So how can our listener combat that inner critic and reclaim their confidence?
First, recognize that those feelings of self-doubt are just thoughts. They're not facts.
Right.
Challenge those negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. Focus on your accomplishments and your strengths.
It's about reminding yourself of all the amazing things you've already achieved.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to seek support from others. Talk to trusted friends, family members, or mentors about how you're feeling.
Yeah.
They can offer perspective, encouragement,
Right.
and a reminder of your worth.
Sometimes we just need to hear those positive words from someone else to believe them ourselves.
That's so true. And, imposter syndrome is often a sign that you're stretching yourself, stepping outside your comfort zone.
It means you're growing.
Exactly. So try to embrace those feelings as a sign that you're on the right track.
Okay, so we've talked about mindset, dealing with imposter syndrome,
Right.
the importance of a positive attitude.
Yeah.
But even with the best mindset in the world, sometimes you just need a little extra support.
Absolutely.
What about the role of a support system in all of this?
A strong support system is absolutely essential.
It is.
Having people in your corner who believe in you, encourage you,
Yeah.
and offer a listening ear can make all the difference.
It's like having a cheerleading squad for your career.
That's a great way to put it. Your support system can include friends, family members, mentors, colleagues, even online communities.
Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for support when you need it.
Yes.
Sometimes just talking about your challenges can help you gain clarity and perspective.
Absolutely. And remember, it's a two-way street.
Right.
Be a good supporter to others as well.
Yeah.
Cultivate a culture of reciprocity in your relationships.
Okay, so let's say our listener is feeling a bit isolated, doesn't have a strong support system in place. How can they go about building one?
Start by identifying the people in your life who are already supportive and nurturing.
Yeah.
These are the folks who make you feel good about yourself, who listen without judgment,
Right.
and who encourage you to pursue your goals.
Sometimes those gems are hidden in plain sight.
They really are.
Yeah.
And then think about areas where you could use more support.
Okay.
Maybe you need someone to help you with your job search,
Yeah.
someone to offer career advice, or just someone to listen to you vent.
Once you know what you need, you can start to build those connections.
Exactly. And don't forget about online communities.
Right.
There are tons of groups and forums where you can connect with people who share your interests, your goals,
Yeah.
or your challenges.
It's amazing how much support and connection you can find online.
It really is. And, when you have a strong support system, it gives you a sense of belonging and purpose.
Right.
It makes it easier to face those challenges and keep moving forward.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Skills, networking, mindset,
Yeah.
support systems. But there's one more powerful tool that I think we should explore. Storytelling.
Storytelling.
Yeah.
It's such an effective way to connect with people,
Right.
build rapport, and make yourself memorable.
And in the context of a job search, your personal story can be a real game changer.
It can be your secret weapon.
It can.
So what are the ingredients of a compelling personal story?
Yeah. What are they?
Well, first, you need to identify your unique experiences and perspectives. What makes your story different?
Right.
What challenges have you overcome?
Okay,
What lessons have you learned?
It's about finding those nuggets of wisdom and insight that make your story relatable and inspiring.
Exactly. And just like with branding, consider your target audience. Who are you trying to connect with?
Right.
Potential employers, clients.
Mm.
Once you know who you're talking to, you can tailor your message to resonate with them.
So it's about being strategic and intentional with your storytelling.
Absolutely. And authenticity is key.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Let your personality shine through.
Mm-hmm.
People can spot a fake from a mile away.
They can.
So share your story from the heart.
I love that.
Being genuine and vulnerable is so much more powerful than trying to present a perfect, polished facade.
It really is.
And, sharing your personal story can help you build connections and establish trust.
Right.
It creates a sense of intimacy and rapport,
Yeah.
which can make you so much more memorable than someone who just rattles off their resume.
So how can our listener use their personal story effectively in the job search process?
You can weave it into your resume and cover letter,
Okay.
using anecdotes and examples to illustrate your skills and experiences. Share your story during networking conversations. It's a fantastic icebreaker and a way to make a lasting impression.
Yeah.
And of course, you can share your story during interviews, using the STAR method to structure your responses and provide concrete examples.
It's about bringing your experience to life.
Yes,
And letting the interviewer see you as a real person.
exactly. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that can be a real game changer in terms of mindset and motivation. Celebrating your wins.
Celebrating wins, yes.
Celebrating wins.
It's so important,
It is.
especially during a challenging job search.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the stress,
Right.
forget to acknowledge our progress.
That's why it's so important to make a conscious effort to celebrate those victories,
Yeah.
no matter how small they may seem.
It's about shifting your focus from what's wrong to what's right.
Exactly. So how can our listener make celebrating wins a part of their routine?
Yeah, how can they?
First, define what a win means to you.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be landing a dream job.
Right.
It could be finishing your resume, applying for a certain number of jobs,
Yeah.
or having a great networking conversation.
It's those little steps forward that keep you moving in the right direction.
Precisely. And then create a system for tracking those wins.
Okay.
It could be a journal, a spreadsheet, a list on your phone.
Yeah.
Anything that helps you visualize your progress.
It's about giving yourself that tangible reminder of how far you've come.
Exactly. And don't be shy about sharing your wins with others.
Right.
Tell your friends, your family, your mentors.
Yeah.
Let them celebrate with you.
It's amazing how much a little bit of support and encouragement can boost your motivation.
It really can. And finally, reward yourself for those wins.
Treat yourself.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant.
Right.
Maybe it's taking a break from your job search, indulging in a favorite hobby, or simply spending time with loved ones.
Yeah.
It's about acknowledging your efforts and giving yourself permission to celebrate your successes.
So celebrating wins is not about being arrogant or boastful. It's about acknowledging your hard work and fueling your motivation to keep going.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
but we can't forget about the incredible resources available at our fingertips these days.
Ah, yes.
Technology.
Technology.
Yeah.
It's a job seeker's best friend these days.
Oh, it is.
From online job boards to social media to AI-powered tools,
Yeah.
there's a whole world of resources out there
Right.
to help you streamline your search and stand out from the crowd.
It can be overwhelming, though, knowing where to start.
Let's break it down.
Okay.
First, those online job boards, Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor,
Yeah.
those are fantastic for finding job postings in your field.
You can set up job alerts
Yes, you can.
so you don't miss any opportunities.
Exactly. And then there's the power of social media.
Social media.
LinkedIn is a must for professional networking.
Right.
But don't underestimate Twitter and Facebook for following companies, staying up to date on industry trends, and engaging in conversations.
Yeah, it's about building your visibility,
Oh, absolutely.
demonstrating your expertise.
And the beauty of social media is that it allows you to connect with people you might not otherwise meet.
That's true.
People who inspire you,
Right.
who work at companies you admire,
Yeah.
or who have expertise in areas you're interested in learning more about.
It's amazing how accessible people are online.
It really is. And then there's the whole world of AI-powered tools.
Ooh, AI.
There are tools that can help you optimize your resume, personalize your cover letters, even practice for interviews.
It's like having a personal assistant for your job search.
That's a great way to think about it. These tools can save you so much time and effort,
Yeah.
and they can help you put your best foot forward.
So explore those resources, experiment with new tools, and embrace the power of technology.
Absolutely.
But with all of this,
Yeah.
I think it's important to remember that technology is just a tool.
Yes.
It's not a magic bullet.
You're absolutely right.
Right. At the end of the day, it's about you, your skills, your experience,
Yeah.
and your vision for your future.
Speaking of vision,
Vision.
I think it's so important to have a clear vision for your career path,
It is.
especially when you're trying to bounce back from a setback.
Yeah,
Vision is essential.
it is.
It's about knowing where you want to go
Right.
and what you want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
It's that North Star that guides you even when things get tough.
So how can our listener develop a clear vision for their future?
It starts with reflection.
Okay.
Think about your values, your passions, your goals,
Mhm.
what truly matters to you,
Right.
what makes you feel alive,
Okay.
what kind of impact do you want to make on the world.
It's about connecting with your deeper purpose.
Exactly. Once
Yeah.
you have a good grasp of your values,
Yeah.
you can start to envision a future that aligns with those values.
And it's okay if that vision evolves over time.
Right,
but-
absolutely. Your
Yeah.
vision isn't set in stone.
Yeah.
It can and should evolve as you gain new experiences and learn more about yourself.
It's about embracing the journey
Yes.
with all its twists and turns.
Speaking of the journey,
Yeah.
we need to acknowledge the emotional roller coaster
Oh, yeah.
that often comes with making a career change
Right.
or bouncing back from a setback.
There will be highs and lows, moments of excitement and moments of doubt.
Oh, absolutely.
It can feel like a wild ride.
It's like riding a wave.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to surf those emotional ups and downs.
Any tips for navigating that emotional terrain?
First and foremost, acknowledge your feelings.
Okay.
Don't try to suppress them or pretend they don't exist.
Right.
Allow yourself to feel the full range of emotions that come with this process.
Give yourself permission to feel those feelings.
Yeah.
Even the uncomfortable ones.
Exactly. And then find healthy ways to process those emotions.
Mm.
Talk to a friend or family member.
Yeah.
Journal, exercise, engage in activities that bring you joy.
It's about finding those healthy outlets that help you release stress and recharge.
And don't forget about self-compassion.
Self-compassion.
Treat yourself with kindness and understanding,
Yeah.
especially during challenging times.
It's about being your own best friend.
Exactly. And celebrate those wins.
Yeah.
Acknowledging your accomplishments, even the small ones,
Mm-hmm.
can make a big difference in your overall mood and motivation.
Okay, so acknowledge your feelings, practice self-care,
Right.
celebrate your whims.
Yes,
It's about being mindful of the emotional side of this journey.
absolutely. And along with that, resilience is essential.
Resilience is so important.
Oh, it is.
It's that inner strength that helps you bounce back from setbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Keep moving forward even when things get tough.
Yes,
It's like having a superpower.
that's a great way to put it. So, how can our listener build their resilience muscle?
Well, we've talked about the importance of a growth mindset,
Yeah.
seeing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth.
Mm-hmm.
And we've emphasized the power of a support system,
Yeah.
having those cheerleaders in your corner.
Those are both so crucial.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about the importance of taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Yeah, getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, exercising,
Mm-hmm.
engaging in activities that bring you joy.
Yes.
These things matter.
They really do.
They do.
When you feel good in your body and mind,
Yeah.
you're much better equipped to handle whatever challenges come your way.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
As we wrap things up, what are some key takeaways you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Well, first and foremost, remember that bouncing back from a career setback or making a career change is entirely possible.
Uh-oh.
It might not always be easy,
Right.
but it's definitely achievable.
You've got this.
Exactly.
Let it-
And believe in yourself. You
Yeah.
have unique skills, talent, and experiences that are valuable.
Right.
Don't let self-doubt or fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams.
It's about reclaiming your power.
Exactly. And finally, take action.
Action.
Don't wait for things to happen. Make them happen.
Yeah.
Network, learn new skills, put yourself out there.
The more action you take,
Sure.
the more likely you are to create the future you desire.
That's the key.
That's the key.
Go out there and make it happen.
It's about taking those steps, no matter how small, towards creating the career you want.
Absolutely. And along the way, remember to celebrate those milestones.
Yes.
Each step forward is a victory worth acknowledging.
It's like those inspiring montages in movies where the underdog is training and getting stronger each day.
Right.
You got to celebrate those small wins to stay motivated for the long haul.
That's a great analogy.
Okay.
And speaking of motivation, let's touch on something that can be a real struggle during a career transition.
Yeah.
Staying motivated when the job search drags on longer than expected.
It's so easy to get discouraged
It is.
when you're putting in the effort and not seeing the results you hoped for.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for our listener on staying motivated?
Well, just like with any big goal, It's helpful to break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks.
Okay.
Instead of fixating on landing the perfect job right away,
Right.
focus on setting smaller, achievable goals for each week.
Like attending a networking event, reaching out to a certain number of people, or
Yes,
submitting a set number of applications.
exactly. And don't forget to track your progress.
Yeah.
Seeing those small wins add up can be incredibly motivating.
It's like a visual reminder that you're making progress, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes.
Precisely. And surround yourself with a supportive network,
Yeah.
people who believe in you and cheer you on.
It's amazing how much a positive support system can boost your morale.
It really can. And lastly, remember to connect with your why.
Your why.
Why are you making this career change?
Mhm.
What are you passionate about?
Reconnecting with your purpose can reignite that fire when you're feeling burnt out.
Absolutely. It's about remembering what's driving you.
Yeah.
And letting that passion fuel your efforts.
That's such great advice. And, along with staying motivated, it's also important to manage expectations.
Yes, it is.
The job search can be unpredictable, and it's easy to get caught up in the hope of landing a dream role right away.
You're absolutely right.
But
Disappointment can really derail your motivation.
mm,
It's important to remember that the process takes time and effort.
mhm.
There will likely be setbacks along the way.
It's like running a marathon, not a sprint.
That's a great way to think about it. Be patient with yourself
Yeah.
and try to approach the process with a sense of curiosity and openness rather than rigid expectations.
It's about enjoying the journey, not just focusing on the destination.
Exactly. And while you're on that journey, don't forget to take care of yourself.
Self-care is so essential,
It is.
but it's often the first thing to go when we're stressed or overwhelmed.
It's true. But taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being
Right.
is crucial for staying energized and focused
Yeah.
throughout the job search.
It's like putting on your own oxygen mask before assisting others.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
So make sure you're getting enough sleep,
Mhm.
eating healthy foods,
Yeah.
exercising regularly,
Right.
and engaging in activities that bring you joy.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to take breaks when you need them.
Stepping away can help you come back refreshed and with a renewed sense of purpose.
You got it. Remember, you're in this for the long haul, so pace yourself
Yeah.
and take care of your well-being.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. It's amazing how many factors go into making a successful career transition.
It is. It is.
From transferable skills and networking to mindset and self-care, there's so much to consider.
It's definitely a multifaceted journey.
But the good news is, with the right tools and strategies, anyone can make a successful career change, no matter their age or circumstances.
Absolutely.
I think this deep dive has provided our listener with some really valuable insights and actionable advice.
I hope so.
I think so too.
It's all about taking those steps, one at a time, and believing in yourself.
And remember, if you're looking for more inspiration and support on your career journey, be sure to subscribe to Voices of the Soul podcast and check out Shauna Pelage's YouTube channel for more insightful deep dives, just like this one.
We're here to support you every step of the way.